Alright, so I'm just doing a quick follow-up video on how I'm setting up the CNC so far. I've got the contactors in here, and I got it hooked up to the spindle, but the VFD is right there, and I'm not to that point yet. It is just about as cool as it can be out here. So, took out the transformer, put this guy in here, wired it up, got it on the side of the controller box. Cleaned off this guy down here, or mostly cleaned it off, so I can get that rewired for the power itself. Then I got to get a power supply for the servo drivers and the power supply for the Mazda card. And then the computer is just going to go in right down here, and the Mazda card will go right behind it. They'll fit nicely in here. The power supply is probably going to go along this side right here. So, it's starting to come together. Alright, now this is the new front panel. I saved the old buttons down here. And on this side, I'm going to go ahead and put the USB cord extender. So that way we've got USB outside here. We don't have to go around to the box and plug it in and turn everything off just to plug in the USB. But I've got a 10-inch display that I'm going to put here, and I have no idea what I'm going to put on this spot here. If I would have thought about it, I could have mounted the VFD panel. Instead, I peek over, mounted it on the side there, and slipped with the angle grinder, but I don't care. It just needs a spot of paint, and then I don't know if I'm going to clear coat this or paint it. I could just do a solid wire brush and then paint it. I think that'd look nice, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So, things I took time to do is put down way covers. I think these are just pieces of rubber roofing that I had laying around, so dropped it there. And I dropped one behind here so it can't get behind the table where it'd be less noticeable and more problematic. Then I'm going to put a strip along up here so it keeps the Z-way clean. Now on this side you can kind of get the idea of the filth that this machine was in. These are all broaching chips because it was sitting right next to a hydraulic broaching machine that was all open. You know, just had oil running through it, and it'd splash onto this machine. But on this side we've got the automatic lube, and it's pretty toast. One of the things that's interesting about it is actually three-phase, but all the tubes, the clear tubes that are going through here were UV sensitive, and they've all gotten brittle. There was one that went out here. I broke it off by just touching it. So I'm going to have to replace all those lines and get a manual luber, because this one I need to hook up the three-phase to, which I don't have unless it's coming off the VSD. And then up here you can actually see some of that old tubing, which is quite well yellowed, and where they actually ran it to inside the machine. And we got this one which goes up and underneath.